Hey, it's Joe Amoia, the ambassador for love. Are you at that point in your life where you want that great relationship? You've had enough of the crappy ones, you've had enough of the mediocre ones, you had enough of the ones where you thought it was everything you wanted, but then, like a candle, it burnt out and it left you frustrated and back at the same place where you were alone. And you're trying to understand why. Why is it other women find this great guy to share their life with, and you've got so much to offer and you continue to struggle? And you're at that point in your life where you're tired of reading all the books. You're tired of searching the internet and leading to all the experts, including me. You really wouldn't rather be doing this. You'd really rather have the special guy that you can enjoy your life with and be out doing some really cool things. Well, if that sounds like you, you're going to love this video because I wanted to put something together today that really helps you understand what's really going on. Those of you who know me know that I'm all about discovering the truth. It's all about learning what you need to know so that you can get from where you are to where you want to go. Most importantly, to experience the results, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? Well, today I'd like to talk to you about the love cycle. Now, I know you're sitting there going, what the hell's the love cycle? Well, bear with me, because what I've seen is that there are three stages that a woman goes through, and a man goes through the same thing, before they find the great love, because that's why you're here. And so my job and my intention is to help you understand why it's not happening for you. So one of the things that I do is I study those individuals who succeed, especially in their love lives. And one of the things that I've observed is they go through three stages, okay, three phases. And the first is what I call the awakening phase. And this is where a major upset happens. There's a major loss in their life. There's heartbreak. This is when the shit literally hits the fan. And this is what I talked about the other day, the suckiness. This is where the suckiness shows up. And so this is the beginning phase of the love cycle. And what follows after the awakening phase is the death phase. And this is where a part of you dies. And this is the part that really sucks, because let's be honest. Most of us abhor death. It makes us really uncomfortable. We don't like to feel the crap. We don't like to feel the negative experience. It brings up a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings that just don't feel good. But unfortunately, this is a necessary step in the process. This is a necessary step in the love cycle. And if you don't understand this, what ultimately happens is, because you don't like feeling uncomfortable, is you run from it. You go back to the old ways of doing things, the old ways of being. But see, what you have to understand is, because the death phase or the death step is so necessary, that a part of you must die. It's what I call the small self. The part of you that, see, because if you want to attract the kind of guy that you're looking for, you've got to be up here. Okay, let's face it. A guy who's going to commit his life to a woman, that woman needs to be something special to him, okay? You can't be here. You've got to be up here. And when you're up here, that's when the guy shows up, okay? But in order for that to happen, a part of you must die. So you can't go back to your old ways. Now, this is what I want you to pay close attention to, is because the reason you do that is human beings have this intense need for something that I call certainty. Actually, I don't call it. It's been coined by Tony Robbins. It's one of the 6 needs that all human beings have. And because of this need for certainty, is we're going to do whatever we need to do to get to a point where we convince ourselves that it's a lot better than it is, or we're safer, or it's going to be better. We make all the reasons and all the excuses. But see, by doing that, you never allow that part of you to die, okay? And so I want you to understand this, is that the only way you're going to get to where you want to go is to allow that part of you to go. And that's to be able to see and think in different ways. And that leads us to the third phase of the love cycle. And that's what I call the rebirth. Okay, this is the reawakening. This is when you discover your truth. See, at this stage, you see things differently. Okay, one of the ways that I see it when the women that I mentor is that they'll come in with, guys suck, relationships are so hard, there's no good ones out there, they're all gay, they're all taken, it's too difficult. All these stories, all these beliefs that they use to meet their need for certainty. And it gives them certainty, but they can't go on and find the guy that they're looking for. You heard of something called the law of attraction. Well, the law of attraction is one law, Okay, and I'm not a big fan of it because if you read or watch things like The Secret, they portray like go put up vision boards, go hug a tree, go sing kumbaya, just think positive, happy thoughts, and the guy's going to show up into your life. And that very, very rarely happens. Again, because other things need to be in place. These three phases that we're talking about must happen. So when these three phases happen and then you do that stuff, that's when it works. So there's a big disconnect, and I'm not a big fan of it, but I just wanted to put that out there so that you understand. So what's important for you to recognize is that in order for you to get the guy that you're looking for, there's a part of you, I call it your big self, your higher self. It's that part that that's your gut, that's your intuition that's always been guiding you, that's leading you towards the truth. But the only way you're going to discover your truth is if you go through these three phases of the love cycle. And that's the awakening phase, that's the death phase, and that's the rebirth phase. And when you do this, that's when the guy magically shows up into your life. See, one of the things about our lives is we think it's a lot more complicated than it is. And the truth is we make it so much more complicated than it needs to be. And that's simply because nobody ever taught us. And especially when it comes to our love life, because of these emotions and these feelings and trying to get our needs met, we very often do it in unhappy and unfulfilling ways that don't lead to the results that we're looking for. That's why I wanted to create this video today, so that you can understand exactly what's going on, so you can discover your truth. You can go through these three phases, and you might look at this and go, you know what? I'm at the awakening phase. I'm going through some shit right now, and it really sucks, which is cool because it means you're on your path. Or you might go, you know what? I'm in the death phase. I'm at that point where I see that I've got to let go of some stuff. And the only way I'm going to move on is to do that. And maybe you're in the rebirth phase, where you've gotten that stuff out of the way, and now you're seeing things in a different light, and now you're putting yourself out there and you're starting to experience different results, and it's going to happen. It's simply a matter of time. So I'd love to hear from you. After listening to this, where are you? Are you in the awakening phase? Are you in the death phase? Or are you in the reawakening phase? It makes no difference. The key is for you to recognize is what you're going through is absolutely normal, and then see what you need to learn if you're struggling that will help catapult you forward so you can have the kind of relationship that you're ultimately looking for. Now, I know I threw a lot at you today, and I know this is some heavy stuff, but to me, it's all about the truth, because I was one of those individuals who struggled, who read books and went to seminars looking for the answers. And what I've learned now is I went through this phase, but each phase took a really freaking long time. And so what I want to help you do is to shorten your learning curve so that you can go out, get through these phases, and create the result that you're ultimately looking for. Because at the end of the day, when you have that someone special to share your life with, the person that you know is going to be there for you, that's going to love you, that's going to rock your world in and out of the bedroom, that is one of the greatest gifts in life. And I know you can have it. I know you will have it. You just got to do things a little different, a little smarter. Well, as always, it's an honor, privilege to be with you. I'd love to hear what this brings up for you, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day. God bless.